Imagine walking into a tea shop. You buy a 10 rupee chai. You scan a QR code. Money instantly moves from your bank account to the shopkeeper's account. No cash, no card, no transaction fee, no charge to you, no charge to the shopkeeper. Simple, free, effortless. But here's the question. If billions of payments are happening every month, who is paying for all of this? Running the world's largest real-time payment network is not free. Servers cost money, banks cost money, technology costs money, security costs money. Yet somehow, India's UPI system processes billions of transactions every month without charging users. So what is really happening behind the scenes? And who is paying for your free payment? The answer reveals one of the most fascinating business models in modern India. To understand UPI, we need to go back in time. Before UPI, digital payments in India were frustrating. Credit cards had limited reach. Debit cards required machines. Bank transfers were slow. Cash dominated everyday transactions. If you wanted to send money to someone, the process wasn't always simple. India needed something better, something faster, something that worked for everyone. Then, in 2016, a revolutionary platform arrived. UPI, Unified Payments Interface, built by the National Payments Corporation of India, or NPCI. The goal was simple. Make money move as easily as sending a text message. Nobody realized just how big this would become. What happened next was extraordinary. UPI didn't just grow, it exploded. Millions became billions. Billions became tens of billions. Today, UPI processes more transactions than many countries' entire payment systems. Street vendors use it. Taxi drivers use it. Small shops use it. Large businesses use it. Even a 5 rupee payment can happen instantly. India became one of the world's leaders in digital payments. But here's the strange part. The more UPI grew, the bigger the mystery became. If nobody is paying transaction fees, where is the money coming from? Most people think UPI apps like PhonePe, Google Pay, and Paytm make money every time you scan and pay. They don't. In fact, for most standard UPI transactions, there is no merchant fee. No charge to consumers, no charge to merchants. Think about that. A technology company spends billions building apps, acquires millions of users, processes enormous transaction volumes, and then gives the service away for free. From a traditional business perspective, it sounds crazy. So why are these companies doing it? Because the payment itself is not the product, you are. And now we arrive at the biggest mystery of all. If UPI payments are free, if consumers aren't paying, if merchants aren't paying, then why are companies like PhonePe, Google Pay, and Paytm spending thousands of crores building these platforms? Because nobody spends billions without expecting billions in return. So where is the money? Let's imagine for a moment that you own a restaurant. Every day, thousands of customers walk in. They eat, they leave, and you charge them absolutely nothing. Sounds insane, right? Yet that's exactly what UPI appears to be. Millions of transactions, millions of users, and almost no direct revenue. So why are some of the biggest technology companies in the world fighting so hard for market share? The answer is simple. Because the payment was never the product. The payment was the customer acquisition strategy. The free transaction is not what they're selling. It's how they're getting inside your financial life. Think about what happens every time you make a UPI payment. You scan a QR code, you buy groceries, you pay your electricity bill, you recharge your phone. It feels like a tiny transaction, but behind the scenes, something incredibly valuable is happening. The platform is learning. It learns how often you spend, where you spend, how much you spend, which merchants you trust, whether your income appears stable, whether you're a frequent traveler, whether you shop online, whether you're likely to need credit. Each payment is a tiny piece of a puzzle, and when millions of those pieces come together, they create one of the most valuable assets in modern finance: customer insight. Now let's meet Jerry. At first, Jerry only uses a UPI app to send money to friends and pay for groceries. The company earns almost nothing. In fact, it may actually lose money processing those transactions. But 6 months later, Jerry receives a notification. Need an instant personal loan? Get 2 lakh approved in minutes. He clicks, he applies. The loan gets approved. Now the platform starts earning revenue. A few months later, Jerry sees another offer. Protect your family with affordable insurance. He buys a policy. More revenue. Then comes an investment recommendation. A mutual fund, SIP. A gold investment plan. A credit card. More revenue. And suddenly something fascinating has happened. The company never made money from Jerry's payments. It made money from everything that came after the payments. The free transaction was simply the first handshake, the beginning of the relationship. Because in finance, trust is everything. People don't take loans from strangers. They don't buy insurance from strangers. They don't invest through strangers. But after using the same app every day for months or even years, the platform becomes familiar, trusted, comfortable. And once trust is established, selling financial products becomes dramatically easier. This is why every major UPI company is expanding far beyond payments. They're offering loans, insurance, investments, wealth management, credit products, and business services. Because they don't want to be payment apps. They want to become financial ecosystems. The QR code is just the front door. The real business begins after you walk through it. And that's the hidden business behind UPI. The transaction may be free, but the customer is incredibly valuable. Which is why billions of rupees are being invested today. Not to earn money from payments, but to acquire millions of future financial customers. And once you understand that, the entire UPI story suddenly makes perfect sense. Every UPI transaction involves banks, payment service providers, technology infrastructure, cybersecurity systems, settlement systems. Nothing about this network is free to operate. To support digital payments, the government and NPCI have played a significant role in building and maintaining the ecosystem. Banks absorb operational costs because digital transactions reduce cash handling expenses. Think about it. Handling physical cash requires ATMs, cash transportation, security, branches, manual processing. Digital payments can often be cheaper than managing huge volumes of cash. So while UPI transactions may appear free on the surface, the broader system creates efficiencies elsewhere. In many ways, the entire economy benefits. And that's exactly why stakeholders continue supporting the system. When UPI launched, many people thought it was simply a payment tool. It turned out to be much bigger. Consumers gained convenience, businesses gained faster payments, banks gained digital customers, fintech companies gained massive user bases, and India gained one of the most advanced payment systems in the world. Today, millions of small businesses that once relied entirely on cash can accept digital payments instantly. Even the smallest roadside vendor can participate in the digital economy. That transformation is enormous. But there's one final twist. The biggest value created by UPI may not be payments at all. It may be data, understanding customer behavior, spending patterns, financial needs, and creating opportunities for entirely new financial services. So, who pays for free UPI payments? The answer is more complicated than most people think. There isn't one payer. Instead, an entire ecosystem supports the network. Banks save costs through digitization. Fintech companies acquire customers for future products. Businesses gain efficiency, and the economy benefits from faster transactions. The real genius of UPI is that it transformed payments from a profit center into a growth engine. And that's why every time you scan a QR code for a cup of tea, you're not just making a payment, you're participating in one of the most ambitious financial experiments in modern history. A system that changed how 1 billion people move money, and a hidden business model that most users never notice. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Brand in Point for more hidden business models, brand wars, money psychology, and fascinating business stories.